Emily?
No idea what that was. Wait,
How many PA 5 words? PA 5. It's 85. Yeah. PA 5 words. See, that's even big.
I'm gonna do a lot of writing. So many words.
Is that so easy?
Yeah. All right, so more important than what the answer is how do we find the answer? How do we do it with repeats? So with repeats means you can use the same number of letters twice. So there are 7 different spots in your password. How many possibilities are there for each of the 4 digits? 10.
Oh,
0 through 9, that's 10 digits.
you're right.
How many possibilities are there for each letter?
26.
How would you find the total possible combos you would multiply? Notice this problem isn't about probability.
Combination.
It's about counting, but use counting inside of probability. Like, what are the chances you would guess the password correct on the first try? It'd be like 1 in 6 billion, whatever the answer is. What did the answer come out to? 175,760,000. 175 million something. Okay, but what if you cannot repeat the digits or the letters? So we still have 7. Right. The first spot in your password has 10 options for the digit. Second spot only has 9 options because you can't repeat whatever you used on the first. And of course it goes down. Same thing for the letters, starts out with 26 options, but it goes down, so you have fewer options and multiply all those together.
78,624,000.
We're not barbarians.
That's illegal.
I don't know, like your family with it.
Yeah, I've had to do that before on like Sphere Week with my
Mhm.
TV outfit or whatever.
No, that's too far still.
I was wearing different shoes, different socks.
Thank you.
I was wearing like a European like a jacket.
I didn't want to insult Mr. Jordan by saying he had a big head, but thank you for doing that.
Well, now you said not how I see it. Yes.
Guys, we're friends.
Carson, get out.
No difference.
I thought I said you couldn't talk.
I thought we said we weren't friends anymore. I thought I got rid of you at my lunch table.
Person, I'm gonna unfriend you IRL. Yeah.
Dang.
I'm gonna send you back to the chat.
You guys feel like you're almost seniors?
No.
Well, I'm so
Act.
stressed out with everything. I feel like I'm like
You won't survive to your
We
senior
don't
year.
really care about things.
Seniors, we have.
or like my brain is like reverting back to the toddler state.
We don't really care about being
Oh,
seniors.
guys.
We just want to get out of school. Yeah.
Really?
Three pairs of pants.
Mr. Jordan, is this
Last
going to be
year.
recorded in the next? Is it recording
Your
the
next
next
person.
one? Are you recording now?
Yeah.
It's 7 people for race. Bob. No, forget
I
about
don't know
it.
how to do number two.
I can just put Bob. I'll see you guys tomorrow. See you tomorrow in a minute.
Never.
Sorry.
Alright, number 2. How do we do it? 5 shirts, 3 pairs of pants, 2 pairs. Just multiply them all together. 3 times 5 times 2.
I thought so, but
It's like 3 options, 5 options, 2 options. So, yeah, 3 times 5 times 2.
well, can you please not do that? I feel offended. Why does it say these as but? But 30.
30? Okay. Yeah.
Mr. Jordan, your head.
How many 7-digit phone numbers?
Well, that was what she but now there is.
I send jingle bells once at lunch. It wasn't at my normal lunch table. Because they forget to put them out sometimes. So I have to sit with the sophomores.
I'm pretty sure they do that on purpose because they don't put chairs up.
Good.
Johnny, just give me.
Shh, me. Shushing myself.
Peanut butter on my glasses.
The first zero.
Alright, let's do 3 so I can scroll up. Alright, so how many different places are there? Well, basically there's 6. Because Bob has already been determined to be the loser. So, there's really only 6 up for grabs. So how many people could be in the first spot? Second spot? Okay, this is a countdown because whoever got first, that's gonna take down an option for this, whoever gets second. So it is a countdown.
took my test today for balance.
You should have had the winner be called Larry.
Why?
What?
From
Um, VeggieTales is a lie, because the two main people are fruits.
Jeffer's messed up.
Depends on the definition. No, they are fruit.
Vegetable is only applicable in culinary settings. It's not in a typical
I
plant.
think it has to do with this.
We should really, I found out the other day.
Fruits are reproductive vegetable parts.
You wanna know what I found out the other day?
They have seeds in them,
I
yes.
found out that I would have been able to detect this year, and I found the person that took my spot in the tech for culinary school.
Who took
Who?
It's a girl I'm working with.
How dare she?
I told her.
Wait, who was it?
Her name is Mara.
You know, if she found out about this, she'd probably think you were a stalker.
Did she go to Brooks?
Stalker? I hardly know her.
Oh,
Yeah.
Roast beers. Never mind.
Maybe she'll use that name.
Yes.
Yeah, personally, I don't know.
Personally, guys, I shouldn't have done that.
When I should say that King said this is funny.
I read Big Blue.
Canyon took a lot out of
Everything I say is thought through. Wait. Struggle
It's so fast.
I'm looking at Goofy.
Draw twice without replacement. Oh.
How many 7-digit numbers are there?
Alright, you got it 4? How many 7-digit phone numbers? So 7 digits, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The first can't be 0, so how many options do we have in the first spot? 9.
What? Oh, okay, there's 10 digits.
9, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 9.
Okay, the last one can't be 9, so that leaves
8,000,000.
1 through 8 and 0, so that leaves 9 options.
8,100,000.
You guys understand number 5?
Red marble.
Try to not try it. Both red.
I hate curses.
Is there,
There's only one O there.
are there blue marbles too?
There's 13 marbles.
Wait.
total.
Oh, so we have to. Wait, what? Wait, do we have to do the thing where we put, how much it's out of it? And then, so it's like,
Yeah, it'll be a fraction, like probably.
and then 5 plus 8, which is that, and then we can have the 4.
Something like that.
This one mine was
Okay, so
yours.
that's so it's 13 miles.
You're right. No, it's 5P.
You're just
Oh,
Yeah, you're right. Wait.
Do we need, can we use percentage?
Nah.
right.
Nah.
Never mind.
That,
Yes?
No.
More space in the tree.
this you're gonna call me. That's probability. I don't even know.
Oh, really?
Isn't the normal deck of cards 52?
You're crazy.
Why do you have to like?
Danny, what did you get for?
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
If you count the jokers, it's 54.
Those are not actual.
Or if it's a weird deck of cards, like Uno cards. Return, draw again.
Gracie, what have I do?
Draw.
I tried to do it too. I tried to do it too.
13
My
cubs.
sister's good in her bag.
It's because of you. It's actually really good.
If you use your 14 freedom.
Yes.
Clubbles, I cannot spell.
Isn't that like the
First
TV show?
First it was the veggie song. And then now it's just, and then it's the Joker.
So how many clubs are in
Many
one?
chips. Both
Stop.
clubs.
Did we do number
many
25.
clubs are in the deck?
13.
What? That's it?
13 clubs.
So that's the information right after.
No, I'm talking about.
Alright,
There's 13 cards in each suit.
there's 13 cards in each suit. So on this last one, so we got 2 drawings with 2 different events. What's the probability that the first marble we draw is red? 5 out of 13. But we don't put the marble back in the sack or whatever it is. So what's the probability the second one is a marble?
Out of 12.
4 out of 12.
Out of 4 as well.
Because we've taken 1 red marble out. So there's only 4 reds.
Oh, but you're pulling both reds. Okay. But that reduces, right?
Okay, yes, but to find the probability that both events would occur, you multiply probabilities. Yes, you could reduce that. So it's 5 in 39.
Mr. Jordan, has everybody ever told you
No, sure.
you're like discriminant positive with square root, 2 rational, midpoint, and just things for you.
What do you order?
I don't know, it's fun.
Good enough.
I'm so freaking tired.
Oh my gosh. Jazz, find my calculator.
Alright,
Bug knowledge.
did you try number 6?
Oh. Yes.
One out of 16.
We're talking about Bob, yeah. Bob was on one of these problems, he lost the race.
Bob's been like,
Bob said there's circle.
he'd be like, tomato. No, the tomato will.
Okay, number 7.
How many quads are in a card deck?
Well, if you look on.
Just said 13 right there.
In a report, because there's 4 of each and then there's 2 colors.
How many aces are on the card deck? 4.
4?
Huh.
Oh wait.
Yeah, so
We're
there's
for each
Bob's
side.
What are the odds of doing two of those
Why didn't you say that?
twice in a row?
4 out of 52.
I don't know.
452 times
If
4
you're not.
2.
4 out of 52
Are you replacing? Okay, return drawing.
times.
Yeah, if you're
1
not.
over 169.
That's a 0.5% chance.
You're a 0.5%.
I'm lucky. Yeah, I did that once in a poker game.
Have you seen the Mario movie yet?
No.
It was my
You should go
first
watch-
time
you wanna go watch
playing.
it?
You should watch it.
Just like old times.
Have you seen it? I've seen it 3 times, twice in theaters.
My friend was,
It left theaters.
my friend was
What?
teaching
It's
me how to
gone.
play it, and he's like,
Oh, it is?
"Oh, I have really good hand."
Did you watch it?
Sure.
The Mario movie is amazing.
It was such a good movie.
The Peaches song?
I still don't know.
So
It was such a.
I'm guessing
gift
it's
to my
kind of
childhood.
childish.
Somewhat,
No, it's-
but it was
But I
gift
bet
to
a
my
lot of
childhood.
adults watched it for
I cried during.
nostalgia.
I cried 4 times during the whole
Mr.
movie.
Jordan, one time, we were going on a field trip. He
They had a
us
puzzle
how to
movie, I was
put
crying so
together
bad.
or-
I would never do that.
Yes, you did.
By the way, you owe me $40.
No, I never played that. They're like bed phones and
I did that?
Yes,
What was this trip?
I don't remember.
Odd. Okay. So
I think me and Brianna were playing blackjack. Ross was like, you know what, guys?
we have 2 drawings, so 2 events. What's the probability that the first card that we draw will be a club? Okay, there's 13 clubs out of 52, which that does reduce to 1 and 4, by the way. And then if we put the card back, what's the probability the second card we draw? 13 and 52. They both reduce to 1 and 4, because you know there's 4 suits in a deck. You guys know what I'm talking about. Anyway, it's 1 and 4 times 1 and 4 reduces to 1 and 16.
If Bob and Jim both get a raffle ticket out of 20 tickets, what is the chance they win the 2 prizes? Well, there's 2 prizes.
Yes.
They have 2 tickets.
So they have to win them both. That's the goal.
Yeah.
So if they had to
That'd be
win
1
2,
out of 20 and 2 out of 19.
so 2 out of 40.
Repeat tonight. 1 out of 20.
1 over 20, 1 over 19.
Wouldn't it be 2 over 20?
No, because they're still adding to the total count.
They both get a raffle ticket. So that's singular.
Yeah, but to win prize 1, what are the odds that they'll win prize 1?
1 out of 20.
The next one is
2.
2 over 20.
It would be 2 out of 20.
So the next one is gonna be
Because
1.
they have 2 tickets to win the first prize, so they have a 2 in 20 chance.
So then the next one is gonna be 119 because they only have 1 ticket left.
Right.
Okay.
So getting one prize is a fairly good chance, like 10%, but getting both prizes is hard.
I got a weird answer.
1 out of 190.
So I got
Yeah. That's.
Why don't we do something living?
Wild.
I don't know. I want to see if I can multi.
Did you know if you look it up on Google, there's still like shopping? If you look up what people on Google, there's shopping.
Oh yeah, there is a shopping. Yeah.
There's what?
It's still
If you look
shopping.
at if you look at shopping.
That's not for sure. You said
You can.
I see.
So like what? It's just like people want
You
more
see
pictures.
That's how it works.
I see. Christ.
That's
Did you leave? Did you leave?
No, but it worked out pretty well. Oh no. It was like the black market, man.
You roll a die. Our ability to do this. Roll 2 dice.
Is it dice?
The first one's die, second one's dice.
No, it's not.
Kings are getting dicey.
Dice.
Will, no, I'm not playing this game.
It's die, like, that's the
Well, you
singular,
should get like
and the plural
really
is
good.
Dices.
Huh?
You should
It's
get like
not dices,
really
bro.
good at chess.
I'm pretty good at chess. I beat my dad once in 4
That's what I'm
months.
Dice is
Well, die or dice. Or
Dice is plural, die is singular.
And then of course,
No,
It's
it's
like
wrong.
You can Google it later.
No, he's right.
well, he made one bad
I
move.
think you're wrong.
If the plural of goose is geese, what is the plural of goose?
Geese.
Okay, Jasmine, on this one, shh. There's 2 people that have a ticket out of the 20 tickets. So the chances that they win the first prize is 2 out of 20. But once they won the first prize, what's the chance that the next guy will win? Well, there's 1 ticket left, but there's only 19 out of the 19 tickets left. Or the guys have 1 ticket left out of the 19 tickets left. Does that make sense? And remember, you multiply at the end. The actual test, I think, has like 20 questions, 25 questions, but I'm kind of skipping over some repeats. Okay, do you guys remember inclusive and mutually exclusive? If the 2 things can happen at the same time, it was called inclusive. I'm trying to remember what my example was that day. Like you can be
Born
a
in-
junior and 16 or 16. You could be both of those. But if I said born in Oklahoma or born in Arkansas, those are exclusive because you can't be both. Okay, anyways, these two events are, or this is one event, but these two things are mutually exclusive. You can't roll a 3 and a 6 at the same time. So you just add their probabilities together. So how many outcomes could we get?
1/3.
Well, our target area is 2 of the numbers out of 6 numbers. So that's a 1 in 3 chance.
You roll 2 dice. What's the probability?
Okay, but 9 is inclusive, but because it's possible to get an even and a number greater than 3. So both of those could happen at once, which makes this one trickier.
Are we have to label if they're inclusive or exclusive?
Yeah, on these it does ask for that, yeah.
I'm
So mutually exclusive, just on these two, means you can't have them both happen at once. But inclusive, it's possible for both to occur together.
So inclusive is can happen at the
Everybody's
It can
included.
happen at the same time.
Yeah. So the way that we did inclusive problems is we added the 2 probabilities together, and then we subtracted the overlapping probabilities. So how many evens are there on a die?
6, 3.
3. How many numbers greater than 3 are there on a die?
3.
4, 5, and 6. Okay, minus how many numbers are even and greater than 3?
2.
4 and 6.
So 4. Would it be over 12 or over 6 since there's 2 dice?
Let's see, I kind of forgot what I was talking about. Reroll 2 dice.
So there's 12 sides.
Mm,
You just switch it to 1 die.
I meant 1 die, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't want to do that, my
So
bad.
4 over 6.
It doesn't really, it gets pretty complicated if you change that. Yeah, it's out of 6.
What would we have to do if it was?
Oh, it would be very hard to find. Because the probability of rolling like a 2 and a 12 is lower than the probability of rolling a 3 and a 11. It would be a mess. There's a way you could do it, but it'd be a lot of work. Okay,
If
no.
you had a 20-sided dice, like we're playing the 2 or the 3.
Oh, I didn't finish this one. Okay.
This.
Yeah.
Or no.
At one point, everybody consistent in the game of
Actually,
was going to do.
You don't go on Sunday. Yeah.
My dad has worked. My dad works 7
You can still, you can still drive.
but
My mom wants him to go skiing. He keeps changing where he's from. I was doing yoga on my thing.
Church is more important than home.
Mr. Smith can get mad at you for not doing his homework if you're going to church.
I bet you would.
He would.
Right,
He
you
knows
make
that
time for
if you
both.
have enough time to worship God, you have enough time to do my homework.
well, he also knows that after you guys stay up till like 2 a.m. playing video
Like
games.
this.
What?
He just said, don't worry about
Nobody does that.
Don't worry Chick-fil-A. Don't worry about
I have to admit, I have a point.
Will does have
You don't
a
have.
Okay. On these kinds of problems, we're finding median and stuff. Well, alright, what was the first step that we did on these? Make a list in order. Okay, so what's the smallest number? 17.
Just for yelling.
How many numbers are
Eight.
Well, I don't know if you heard what you
Got
put a person on it.
there?
I wouldn't let somebody talk to me like that.
Okay, how do we find the mean?
Don't you add them all up and then-
I'm all up with an average.
Add them up and divide by the number of numbers.
Number of numbers.
21.25. 21.25.
In this case, there are 8 numbers, so you just add those up. Might want to hit equals first and then divide by 8 after that.
What's the load now?
23.
Okay, how do we find the median?
Middle.
The middle.
Yeah, wait a minute.
Wait, how did you get? I got 24.1.
Yeah, it's 21, it's 24.105.
Okay. Probably missed a number. That's how you do that. Okay. For the median, you need to find the middle. Now, if there's only 8 numbers, it's not that hard to find the middle. But here's the trick. To find the middle of 8 numbers, you need to find the average of 1 and 8. Like what's right between 1 and 8. So you do 1 plus 8 divided by 2 is like 4, 5. That means the 4th and the 5th numbers share the middle.
Just 23%.
Okay, if 2 numbers share the middle, you have to average them together, like 23 plus 23 divided by 2. But since, yeah, 23 plus 23 divided by 2 is still 23. Okay, if you forget that trick, you can just do it the old-fashioned way, like start on the ends and then just do 1, 2, 3, until you get to the middle. 1, 2, 3. 23s share the middle. Okay, for what does mode mean? Most. Which number occurs most? Okay, the lower quartile was the median of the lower numbers. I called it the first quartile, but so if there's 8 numbers, remember how these two shared the middle, right? If there's 8 numbers, the left 4.
23 minus 17.
So the median would be what's between 19 and 21. You'd have to average them together. 19 plus 21 divided by 2 is 20. For the upper quartile,
So you're showing
it's the median of the right side, which is these 4. So you do 25 plus 31 divided by 2.
28.
Okay, what did range mean?
Biggest minus smallest.
Biggest minus the smallest. So the biggest is 34, the smallest is 17.
the range is.
We've already done that.
What's the range again, Mr.
Nope.
Sure.
The difference between the highest and the lowest.
We don't have any.
Okay, the last one is going to be a frequency table. Not very big though.
Are we playing frequent this table?
So, like maybe these are the scores. We'll say this is quiz scores, and this is frequency. So, what does the frequency tell us?
How many times?
How many times?
How many times it appears? So, what we did,
Is that another Amber Alert?
That's not.
okay,
Why do all these?
well, here's, listen. what we did, one way you could do it is just make a list like this. It might be less confusing. It'll be a giant list though. But how we did it is we made another, and we multiplied these two. Then we added them all together for like all the quiz score total. So let's say it was like 124, I don't have time to look at it. Then we added all the frequencies together to figure out how many kids took the quiz. Sounds like Mario
Sounds like
Brothers.
Mario.
You actually just got a 1 on.
It's 132.
Okay, 132. So how do we find the mean? We divide all the numbers added together by the number of numbers. 132 divided by 18. How do we find the median, the middle number? Okay, if there are 18 numbers, 18 people took the quiz, the middle score would be between 1 and 18. 1 plus 18 divided by 2. So it'd be the 9th and 10th number. If you add these together, the 9th number would be the last 7, and the 10th number would be an 8. So what's between 7 and 8?
7.5.
7.5. That'd be the median.
The mean? Median?
This would be the mean. And the mode would be what? The most, which would be the 8. Most kids got an 8.